The following is a community access program. Shaw is proud to support local producers and share local voices, ideas, and opinions. For more information, please visit shawtv.ca. Opinions expressed in this programming do not necessarily reflect the views of Shaw or its employees.
Hello, we're back. This is Lou that's here with me today, and we're going to introduce Lou here a little better in a few minutes. There's one for the bloopers, eh, Dawn? But we're going to call Sherry on the phone here first. She's expecting me, and I think I may be running a minute or so behind, but that's okay. We are prepared for that. So we have Sherry. We're going to have Sherry with us on the phone from Brandon here shortly. You'll find a lot of my calls and emails in the beginning room. Hi, Sherry.
Hi.
Hi, it's Annie calling. Are you ready for me?
I sure am.
Okay, I'm just going to finish a thought real quick. So you'll find a lot of my my calls and my emails may be from Manitoba area, but that is where I've resided for the last 10 years. So it makes kind of sense until you folks get to know me here in Dryden, Ontario. So Sherry, we are shuffling the cards, and I would like you to tell me when to quit shuffling.
Okay. Quit shuffling.
Okay. You're quick and to the point. I like that. Okay, so my card is a 47 card deck. Okay, we're going to cut it twice, and I'm going to run my hands down the deck, and you're going to tell me when to stop, and then I'll say again, and you'll tell me when to stop again. Okay, so we'll start now.
Stop.
Okay, and again.
Stop.
Okay. You've got some big stuff coming up. You've got some big decisions coming up. And it does feel like it has to do with a purchase of something. The dollar sign is kind of dancing around there a little bit. So I do tend to think that that's just interesting with your cut alone. But let me know on that at some point, because it does feel like you're going to have quite the money decision coming up. So I'm going to lay out our first 5 cards while you go ahead and tell me or ask me your question.
Okay. So I've been struggling with a lower back / pelvic issue for many years.
Okay.
And I've tried many different things to correct the issue, stabilize the pelvic, or fix it. I'm just wondering if you see the issue ever being resolved, or if there's something more that I should be looking at.
I really don't feel that it's going to be a quick fix of any kind, okay? I have to be blunt. It does feel you're going to have to try many, many different modalities before you find the one that's going to work for you. Problem that happens a lot when we work on our bodies, we don't go back for that second and that third treatment, whether it's with a doctor or whether it's with an energy practitioner or an acupuncturist or even a physiotherapist. Sometimes we don't go back as often as we should, partly because of finances, partly because we didn't feel any changes the first few times, okay? However, what is coming up as one of the biggest reliefs for you is I wish you could see me right now, but you will. You're going to be on episode 6, but you will see it's feeling like acupuncture is going to be the most beneficial for you at this point. But I'm also feeling little shocks, okay? And I know that some acupuncturists actually use little electrodes at the same time. I think that's what it's called. I'm not an acupuncturist, but it does feel like perhaps 5 to 6 treatments of that, and that does feel like at that point that you do start feeling some relief. I don't think it's going to be able to reverse the damage that's there, but I do think that you'll get some relief with the symptoms that way. The other thing too is a certain yoga. Now I'm about as flexible as a metal rod, okay? So I would never be suggesting yoga for myself, but it does feel to me not too strenuous of a yoga, but something that actually seems to be geared to people with injuries in their back and their hips. So let's maybe do our research. You're in a pretty big area. Let's maybe do our research with studios and see where we can go, where they do specialize with that type of a yoga, because I don't know anything about it, but I am feeling you stretching on a mat, and they are showing me a yoga mat. Excuse me, I'm a little hoarse because I don't smoke enough cigarettes. Okay, so I do apologize for that. So I do feel, again, if you could see the cards, you would see the hurt card here, the heartache card, but then strength and success. So even though you'll never get the full back to the health that it once was, I do think you can get relief with your symptoms, okay?
Okay.
The other thing I want you to do is do your own research a lot as well as to, in fact, we're going to have a woman talking about some essential oils and things. Aromatherapy goes back a long way, okay? And sometimes when we're tense, sometimes when we're stressed, without realizing it, I do it holding my breath, okay, which makes my smoker's cough a lot worse, of course, right? But when I'm stressed or I'm tense, I hold my breath. Other people will hold it in their back, on their shoulders, okay? So sometimes, you know, different aromatherapies or saunas, things like that, can just help us completely de-stress a bit, and that could alleviate some of the pain on your back as well. Has surgery been suggested already?
A couple years ago, yes.
Okay, because I do think that this may be suggested coming up again, okay? Especially if we're not feeling much relief in the next 18 months or so. I do perhaps feel that, but don't forget, your doctor's still going to have to decide what's best for you, because we're dealing with spinal cords, we're dealing with hips, we're dealing with, you know, movement. But if you could see my cards, which you will, it is showing the energy healing card here, and it is showing peace and harmony and some refreshing moments with it. So I do think you'd get help with the symptoms. However, it's not going to reverse the damage that's already there. Does that make sense?
Yep, it does.
Okay, does that help at all?
It does. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have you tried acupuncture?
One time.
Okay, yeah, let's go back, okay? There's several good practitioners in your area. Do your Googling on them, check out the comments, check out the testimonials, okay? People, when it comes to writing down their experiences, usually don't BS, okay? So, Miss Sherry, I thank you very much. I am going to have to hang up because I've got somebody doing the wrap-up sign for me here. Okay, so
Okay.
I do thank you very much. Thanks, Sherry. Okay,
You're
bye-bye.
welcome. Bye.
Hello, Miss Lou.
Hi.
Hi, how are you today?
I'm well.
Good. Now, Lou Moody is here also to talk to us about Young Living, essential oils, and she has a recipe for us today.
Okay, now just touch on what Annie said about aromatherapy. If you're going into aromatherapy, aromatherapists are actually licensed. They go to school,
Yeah, absolutely.
and they're very knowledgeable about what they do.
Yeah.
And aromatherapy is just the practice of using essential oils to alleviate body pain, mental stress, just put you in a really good mood.
Okay.
I have a home diffuser. I put in orange oil and cedarwood. Wonderful. You know, like I've got lots of energy and I feel good all day.
Nice.
So, anyway.
Okay. So what are you here to tell us all about today?
Well, just everybody is very excited about essential oils.
Right.
Because it's kind of a new thing, but it's not. Essential oils have been used for like 2,000 years.
Yeah. I lived up north in Alberta, and I mean, they extract a lot of their own and things like that. And yeah, oils from like rat root and reeds and all this other
Yes.
stuff. So
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, when you're buying essential oils, the essential oil should have the common name, say lavender, and the Latin name, which is Lavandula angustifolia.
Okay, quick, cover that up and test her. Someone, quick. No, I'm kidding.
And so it should have both the common name and the Latin name.
Okay.
It should tell you how it's been processed, whether it's been steamed, distilled, like, you know, the method of
Right.
making it. The lot number of the bottle that you have, the amount of oil in the bottles, because you can get them 5, 10, 15
Right.
milliliter.
Right.
Contact information for the company, and how the plant was grown.
Okay.
And make sure that the words 100% pure essential oil
Is on that bottle.
is on the bottle. Or if it's a blend, that it lists all the ingredients.
Okay.
Okay? Because you will get essential oils that have carrier oils in them. Carrier oils are something that they use to dilute
So like a filler.
a filler. That's
Okay.
a good way to put it.
Okay.
Now, when I use my essential oils, I use a carrier oil, but I use olive oil, jojoba oil, grapeseed oil, coconut oil.
So stuff from the grocery store.
Stuff from, yeah. But if you're going to use coconut oil, make sure it's organic, cold pressed.
Organic, cold pressed.
Yes.
That's how my coffee should be in the morning.
That is very, very nice. You can also get fractionated coconut oil, which stays in liquid form. The coconut oil usually is solid.
Okay, so it'll kind of gel up and turn into.
It will. Don't worry about it. You can, if it gets over 76 degrees, it's going to go back to a liquid.
Right, makes sense. Makes sense.
So yeah,
Okay.
coconut oil I think is my favorite, just because I like the feel of it.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, now the price of the oil usually dictates the quality.
Okay, sounds good.
If you're not paying a lot for it, just see what's on the label, and just like make sure that it's pure essential oils.
Sounds good.
Now this year, ticks are really bad.
Oh, I'm terrified of ticks. I think we discussed that in one episode. I don't see a purpose for them. I did look that up again. There is actually a purpose for them. Stand
Too bad.
corrected. Yeah, some birds do like them.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I've got a recipe for ticks using essential oil.
Oh, good. Let's hear it.
Okay. Now you use 10 drops of lemongrass, 10 drops of lavender, 6 drops of peppermint, and 2 drops of thyme. Now you put that in 2 to 3 tablespoons of a carrier oil of your choice,
Okay. And then topically.
and then just apply topically.
Okay.
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
And,
so I'm going to re-look this up
Yep.
and write those down because I have a paranoia for ticks and I'm for anything that can help get rid of them. Okay, so we will take a picture of that page after and I will have that recipe. But in the meantime, you can check out our show a few times and get the recipe that way as well. So Lou, I do thank you for being here today. I know you're very busy and I do appreciate it very much. So I'm going to go to a short break and we will be back with you here shortly.
The proceeding was a community access program. Shaw is proud to support local producers and share local voices, ideas, and opinions. For more information, please visit shawtv.ca. Opinions expressed in this programming do not necessarily reflect the views of Shaw or its employees.